Alright guys, I'm Beer.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Sounds Like on Andertons TV. How's it going?
It's going all right. We're back for...
We're back. This is series 2.
This is the second season.
Second season.
Yeah, the first one came out. We listened to all the comments that you guys kind of chucked below.
Yeah.
And decided to make a few amendments.
We did some things right and we did some things wrong.
We did.
But we listened to you guys, and so I suppose a few of those would be things like we didn't include prices of cabs on the last set of rigs.
Yep.
So how we dealt with that was we're using combos for this particular one.
Wherever we can find one,
Yeah.
there will be one. But if we can't find a combo, we will include the price of a cab.
Yeah, I guess because that keeps it in line with the budget we were setting, which was,
Yeah.
you know, the idea of it being without busting the bank, we set a budget of like around sort of 1,500 quid.
And for those who aren't in England, quid equals British pounds.
Sterling.
Sterling, the Queen's own.
The thing is, like, as well, £1,500 might be a lot of money to some people, but I guess what we're trying to factor in is a guitar, an amplifier, and whatever pedals used to create that sounding like thing. So actually, it's not too bad.
I guess it's important to note that it's not budget, so it's not, we can't do it for 500 quid.
No.
But also we're not going to stretch to the gear that the guys typically use when recording
Thousands.
the albums, because that would be in the thousands, and a lot of it's vintage gear, or they use 10 different amps. So we're going to get as close as we can for a relatively small amount of money.
So with that in mind, who are we sounding like today?
Today's episode is all about the band The Darkness.
All British, all rocking, Marshall Gibson loving
Yes.
mothers.
They say cock rock in the business.
If you say to me, think of someone that does cock rock, like, of the new age, like, of the last sort of 20 years, I'll go, Justin Hawkins.
Yeah.
Definitely, with his leotard.
And his band.
His spandex. Yeah, he's a great guy, great guitar player.
Yeah, awesome. Well, they came out about like 12 years ago, I think. Their debut album. We're going to look at their debut album only today.
Yeah, Permission to Land.
Permission to Land. Yeah, they've had I think 3 more since, but this is kind of the heyday. This is the one that kind of broke.
Yeah, made him huge.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw them in 2003 at Leeds Fest on a Sunday afternoon, and then the next year they were headlining on the Friday, I think.
I was on the barrier.
Were you?
Yeah.
Little fanboy.
I was.
Yeah, so literally we're going to do just their rigs for trying to sound like tracks off that album, I guess. And as far as I'm aware, it was just like Les Paul, and a Marshall amp. And I guess that's just kind of... We looked into what they were using, I suppose. So you go first. What's Dan using? Because you're doing Dan.
Well, I'm going to be rhythm guitarist Dan Hawkins, brother of Justin Hawkins, lead guitarist, represented here by this Afro guy.
He's the rhythm player.
Yeah, he plays typically kind of a lot of the riffs, but he's known to kind of intertwine with Justin with a lot of like joint solos and that kind of thing and harmonies. So yeah, he's a Les Paul player with Marshall. Typically, I think it's a Marshall Super Lead from 1959.
A Plexi.
Yeah, they're pretty vintage, pretty rare, so we won't be getting one of those today.
Particularly one that old.
No, it's older than me.
And Matt's old.
And yeah, I'm very old. And guitar-wise, he's Gibson Les Paul Customs, the 3 humbucking kind of style.
The old Black Beauty.
The old Black Beauty, indeed. So we've gone for, the Epiphone Les Paul.
The Epiphone equivalent.
Black Beauty, essentially, apart from the headstock, you wouldn't really be able to tell that it's a different guitar.
Do you know, they do look wicked,
They are.
I think. The
Very,
gold
very
hardware
nice.
and the gloss black.
Yeah, and I've always liked this little stripe around the edge here.
Pinstripe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me.
I like how simple it is, yeah, just the guitar.
Just the guitar. And amp-wise, we've got the Marshall DSL 40C.
The dual super lead.
Yep, C stands for combo.
Yeah.
So
We've got them running at half power because we wanted to try and crank them a bit more and then get the saturation because they are 40 watt valve combo is pretty loud. So yeah, running them at half power, aren't we?
here we are indeed, yeah.
Give us some.
I'll give
Give us some tone. All those British chords. That's just like Brit rock chordage right there.
Not Brit rock.
All right,
That's
American rock.
That's
All right, just
definitely-
rock. All right.
British rock, I'd say.
Oh, because Brit rock's a genre.
Because Brit rock is a genre and it's not Oasis sound.
No, we're not Noel.
Nope.
Do you know what? When I was younger, I absolutely loved I learned all the Darkness stuff.
You did?
Like that was honestly one of the best lessons I had for like bluesy, leady, like vibrato, bendy stuff would have been that album. And that sounds really random because you'd think maybe a bit of Gilmore, a bit of Jimmy or whatever. But that album, because I was at the point where I just started playing, massive,
Well, you must say it
massive
must have-
influence.
It came in a pretty good time, I guess.
He did come
for
at a
learning,
good time. He came at a good time.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm using basically it's practically the same guitar. It's like a Les Paul Custom in white with the gold hardware. Yeah, basically it's just, I love it. I remember seeing the video for Growing On Me and he was playing the Les Paul Custom in white and I just thought, I want that guitar because that just says awesome and rock.
But that's the guitar he's pretty well known for playing, I guess, in most of the early hits. I think Gibson did a limited edition Les Paul with it was a glitter finish, I think. Kind of like the new Duesenberg kind of finishes.
Yeah.
But it's all glitter and then had these like flame glitter inlays in the fretboard.
But I think that just looks classic, personally. But this is cool because you've got these like vintage voice pickups in here and coil taps, but we're not using the coil tap because, it's the Darkness. You don't need to coil tap anything. And I'm teaming it up with a very appropriate DSL combo in white. So I just thought, you got the black guitar, the black amp, and I thought, white guitar, white amp, and then it just works,
Beautiful,
doesn't it? It's match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Turnage heaven. So. I should just say that pedals wise, because Justin does most of the lead, we know that he used a Rat pedal, and I'm pretty sure that's used on most of his lead tones. So we got the Rat plugged in.
That's the Proco Rat.
Through the front.
Yep.
And then we just went for an analog delay, the DM2, but it's the Wazacraft Boss delay pedal, which are relatively recent, but it's supposed to be modelled on the original vintage pedals. So we just plugged one of them into the loop, just to get some sound. So this is the kind of main. I think that sounds great.
Sounds lovely.
It's a little bit more bitier but that's a good thing because Justin Hawkins' tone was pretty like.
I always really, really enjoyed the amount of gain in the solo tone.
Yeah.
It was always almost just going to fall over into feedback. But
yeah. So we're trying to recreate that with the old rat-a-tat-tat. So let's see what it sounds like.
Lovely.
I think that sounds good.
That sounds
and do you know
awesome.
what, as well? Because in that solo for I Believe in a Thing Called Love, when he does his little squeal at the end. It's the exact same sound. And that, that's not just, I'm just pinching on the 12th fret there. but it's the guitar, and I think it was the combination of that and the General Marshall tone. You get the exact same squeaky harmonic, and I used to love those. I used to be like, that's how a pinch should sound. But
this is actually the pedal he uses, isn't it? The Proco Rat.
Yeah.
And a bit of delay as well. I think and that's pretty much all he uses, really.
Yeah, more or less. But to be honest, like I say, amps wise is where you're talking thousands, and guitars, the Les Paul Customs is thousands. But with regards to what we're trying to do here, I think it's pretty close. I mean, it feels nice to play, and like that opening riff of Black Shuck, that. I mean, it's that opening. For me, I'm like, it does sound like it.
It's the right tease.
And but my rig's a little bit more expensive than Matt's because I've got the 2 pedals.
How much do they come in at?
I think the delay's roughly 120, and the Rat's roughly.
That was about 70, I think.
Yeah, 70.
So
quid,
about 200
like
quid on pedals, but again, that's rocking in at about £1,400.
Yeah. So, well within the kind of budget we've kind of set ourselves, but. Man, I'm loving it. I'm loving a bit of the darkness tone.
I am indeed. We've given a bit of an indication on price of all these bits of gear, but you can find the links in the description below for the current pricing, as they vary sometimes.
Yeah, because you might be watching this in 10 years' time and find out that this particular guitar is now an antique and costs £20,000.
Hello, 2025.
If you're watching in 2025. If YouTube's still going in 2025.
Hi myself in the future.
Hi. But yeah, no, this has been Sounds Like the Darkness. We hope you've enjoyed it and you think we sound like the darkness. And please comment in the comment section below and let us know what you think. And as always, we'll welcome more suggestions for future Sound Like videos, so please do that too.
Yep.
But I've been Rabea.
And I've been Matt.
And we'll see you later.
Bye. I love Les Pauls, but I don't anymore.
We're going to keep that in. Right.